Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. I'm Abby J. Coomer, and welcome to Canberra. I'm here to take you on a tour of two of the most iconic buildings in the nation's capital. So you ready to join me? Let's go. Here we are at Calthorpes House, and we're going to go on a tour. So follow me. How you going, Peter? My name's Abby.
Hello, Abby. Pleased to meet you. Welcome to Calthorpes House. If you'd like to have a tour, you come and I'll show you.
I'd love to.
As you can see, this house is quite dark. That was the way they liked things back in those days. I'd just like to take you back to the origin of this house, which dates back to 1927, when Harry and Dell Calthorpe were living in Queanbeyan. They had a very nice home in Queanbeyan. He was a stock and station agent with a very successful business. They wanted to become part of the emerging national capital.
Right.
So Dell Calthorpe persuaded her husband to buy a block in Canberra so they could move here. He chose this block here in Mugger Way, which was then and still is the most prestigious street in Canberra. And he paid about £900 for the block, and there was a caveat on the block which said that if he had to build a house to the value of at least £1,200, which back then would have bought probably two small family homes. They wanted to keep Mugger Way as prestigious as possible. They hired a firm called Oakley and Parks, a firm of architects to design the house.
Yep.
And the style they chose was called Spanish Mission or Californian bungalow style. Very popular in Hollywood in the 1920s. Harry and Dell moved in 1927 with their two little girls, Dell and Dawn. And it was pretty much a very small country town, Canberra then. Most of the streets were still dirt, even Mugger Way, as I say, which is a very prestigious street. Just to give you some idea of the value of this, so the final cost of the house was actually £4,163. And if this house was sold today, it would probably fetch about $3 million. A lot of it to do with its location in Mugger Way. When they moved in, they bought some of their furniture from Queanbeyan, but they also went to a firm of home furnishers in Sydney called Beard Watson and spent £705 on furniture. And that's mainly seen in this area here. The most expensive part of that was this Axminster carpet, which is in this hallway, and through here in the sitting room. And it's had about 80 or so years wear, and you can see it's still in quite good condition because that Calthorpes always did. They always bought the best, and it paid off for them because of the longevity of everything. This lounge suite in here was in the Queanbeyan home. It has been reupholstered or recovered, but it's about 90 years old and it's still in good condition, as you can see.
So this is original carpet.
It's the original carpet.
Wow.
Going back to 1927.
90 years.
Yeah, and it's in this room.
Yeah.
It's in the hallway, and it's in that dining room over there.
Right, yeah.
Definitely
Bought to last.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a pianola. I don't know if you know how a pianola works. You can play it as a piano, but it can also play itself if you pedal it.
Right.
And you buy the rolls, which has the music on, and they used to have sing-alongs around the pianos back in those days. Over here, this is the dining room, and most of the furniture in here was part of the Beard Watson purchase. The sideboard over here, which I think is the nicest piece of furniture in the house, that's a burr walnut. This is the table extends to an 8-seating table, but mostly it was set up as it is now for the family because there was only mum and dad and the two girls. Right. Every evening meal was taken in this room, and during that time father would be listening to the radio for the news. After the meal the girls would stay here for their do their homework and listen to the serials. Okay, we'll move through this way now. Okay, this is the master bedroom here. Unfortunately, Harry died at the fairly. He'd been an ex-serviceman who was served at Gallipoli and was wounded at Gallipoli, and he died in 1950 at the early age of 59. So Mrs. Calthorpe was living here as a widow for almost as long as she was a wife. So the only signs of Harry now, a photo up behind the bed there, another one on the side there. May strike you this quite bright bedspread and carpet. This is exactly the colour it was when it was new. These are replica carpet and replica bedspread. We got them at exactly the same colour that they were originally. Because of their age, they were deteriorating quite rapidly, so we laid down replicas. This bedroom suite was part of the Beard Watson purchase, and I think this is a lovely piece of furniture just here. It's very high quality.
I just have to ask though, so the reason why they didn't allow lighting, what was the main reason behind that?
Keep the sun out.
Just to keep this, and is that sort of make things more preserved?
Yeah, that's right. The saying was keep stop the sun from fading the carpets and that sort of thing.
Of course, yeah.
It wasn't until the late 50s when people started to build houses with a lot more glass, which allowed that sun in.
Okay.
I was brought up in the 40s and 50s, and I'm very familiar in a dark house like this. But most young people feel a little bit intimidated by how dark these older houses are.
Yeah.
That's the way it was then. Yeah.
Create that eerie sense of eerie atmosphere in a way. It
Yeah.
can be a little intimidating. Wow.
Okay. This room's known as the breakfast room or morning room. Every breakfast took place in here, and all of the furniture in this room was in the Queanbeyan home. It was the main dining room furniture in the Queanbeyan home. This carpet down here now is also a replica carpet from the Queanbeyan home. That's the original carpet over in the corner, which is going to be taken away to be conserved. This is also doubled as Harry's office, and there's some photographs up here of him at the stock sales in Queanbeyan. That was part of his business, the stock and station agency. He preferred the stock side of the business, but they also did a lot of auction work for merging national capital for the blocks for the Commonwealth Government.
It's a bit more lit in here as well.
Sorry?
It's a bit more lit in here as well.
Yeah. But no, don't get any direct sun coming through this window.
No.